Welcome back to Star Wars Central, your #1 source for Star Wars Battlefront news. I have to apologise today, guys, I'm really ill, and my throat is killing me, so I'm sorry if I do mess up in this video. Today we have some good news about the maps in Star Wars Battlefront, and some even better news about Battlelog integration. Basically, Battlefront will not have Battlelog, like we think it will, which is such a relief. So yesterday I think you guys will all agree with me in saying that Star Wars Battlefront's reveal was absolutely epic. It was beautiful, all of the explosions, the speeder bikes, the AT-ATs, and not to mention the awesome Darth Vader and Boba Fett moments. We also have third-person mode confirmed for Star Wars Battlefront, which is just great, and I have a video going over that later on today. But for now, we need to sit down and have a little chat about the maps in Star Wars Battlefront. So a lot of you guys are sort of raging and disappointed at the lack of environments in Star Wars Battlefront, and from a glance, without considering all of the information, I will agree and I'll see your perspective, it is quite disappointing. So it seems at the moment that the only environments available in Battlefront on release are 4 planets: Hoth, Endor, Tatooine, and the never-before-seen environment Sullust. 2 weeks after the release, we're going to get a free DLC that contains an extra map based on the Battle of Jakku from Episode 7, but that is a discussion for a later video. So it seems to be only 4 planets. But this does not mean that there are only 4 maps. It's naive to think that Tatooine has only 1 environment, or that Endor has only 1 potential map that you can play on. I can name at least 5 possible maps for Tatooine: Mos Eisley, Jabba's Palace, Dune Sea, the Skywalker Moisture Farm, and potentially the Jawa Sandcrawler where they were selling the droids to the Skywalker family. This is just the bare minimum of what we could possibly see on Tatooine alone. Now multiply that by the number of planets we have, and just with 5 ideas, that's potentially 20 maps on launch. Now for me, that seems like a pretty good deal. Planets are a huge environment to think about, guys. I'm sure that Star Wars Battlefront will have multiple maps based on these planets, and here is why. Niklas, the design director of Star Wars Battlefront, has been tweeting ever since the reveal, answering questions, and here are just some of the answers that we can glean some news from. So he confirms that Star Wars Battlefront will release with 4 iconic planets, and the maps will take us to places we have never been before. He also states that there will be more than 8 maps at launch and more than 2 maps per planet at launch. So if there are at least more than 2 maps per planet at launch, then that is an absolute minimum of 12 maps on the launch of Star Wars Battlefront. Niklas also goes on to say that there will be varying map sizes from large to small that will cater for different game modes and experiences. So it's not just 4 maps, guys, we're going to have a minimum of 12 maps at launch, which will each be specifically designed to cater for the game modes in Star Wars Battlefront. This is fantastic news because it means that the maps will truly be built to give a good experience to the players for the game mode they want to play, rather than just taking a map and chopping it up into different pieces for game modes. So that's our first piece of news out of the way. There are more tweets from Niklas being logged on DualShockers, and there is a link in the description below to go and read them for yourself. I will be covering them in a later video, but as time is short at the moment, I'm afraid we have to move on to some more important news. So next up we have news that Battlelog is not integrated into Battlefront in the way that we initially thought. For the past couple of months, we all assumed that Star Wars Battlefront would require the usage of the browser-based portal Battlelog, but the assistant producer of Star Wars Battlefront took to NeoGAF and confirmed that Battlefront will not have Battlelog at all, saying the Uprise website, Uprise are the developers for Battlelog, mentioned that Uprise is working on Star Wars Battlefront. While Uprise has been doing Battlelog, does that automatically mean that we will do Battlelog for Star Wars Battlefront? No, it won't. That can only be an assumption, and I can tell you, no, there will not be Battlelog for Star Wars Battlefront. So there you have it, guys. Battlelog is not a part of Battlefront, so we have a nice new menu system to look forward to when we get the game at launch, which I am stoked about. I mean, I was really dreading having to go through Battlelog just to play Battlefront, and now that it's going to be this built from scratch experience, I'm really excited about it. So that's it for this video. Join me in the next update where I'll be talking about more Battlefront news. I'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you.